realized how it gets hotter and hotter every year. Well, there's a reason for that. It's global warming. What is global warming? It can be defined as an increase in the Earth's atmospheric, ocean temperature, and overall change in the Earth's atmosphere, including a rise in sea level and variability of snowfalls. Climate change and associated impacts vary from region to region around the globe. Due to the increase in the greenhouse effect resulting especially from pollution and other activities such as greenhouse gas emissions produced by human activities, mainly industrial processes and transportation. There is another very important part of global warming. What is, if you might say, is the greenhouse effect? And you might ask, what is the greenhouse effect? Well, it's the greenhouse gases effectively absorb thermal infrared radiation emitted by the Earth's surface by the atmosphere itself due to the same gases and by clouds. Atmospheric radiation is emitted to all of the sides. Thus, greenhouse gases trap heat within the surface troposphere system. But they are more than one effect of global warming. One being ice melting worldwide, especially at the Earth's poles. Next, much of the melting ice contributes to sea level rise. Rising temperatures are affecting wildlife and their habitats. Many species are on the move. One of the most obvious effects of global warming is the temperature change and increase. While it may be flooding in the savannah, severe drought is happening elsewhere in the world. As temperatures warm, the presence of drought has increased in the western U.S. Add on top of that the heat waves and no precipitation. Whole forests have begun to disappear, including tens of millions of trees in the Colorado Rockies. Large-scale evaporation will be the major cause of droughts in many places, particularly Africa. Although it's melting under the huge pressure of water crisis, increased global warming would further make the situation worse and will cause malnutrition. The results of climate change have a direct relationship with the nation's economy. Natural disasters such as hurricanes and floods have an effect on global warming process, end up becoming a costly affair to the government, and their terms of cleanup costs, property damage, and rehabilitation costs. Crises like this in turn result in a hike when it comes to food and energy costs. Looking at the pace of things, it has been predicted that global warming crises could be labeled with the 20 trillion price tag by 2100. Many countries run a huge risk on a daily basis because of national income and dependent on the one particular arena such as an oil tourism, plantation, etc., and can lose everything with the loss of that single particular sector. The presence of globalization can thus create a domino effect, which means that if a country is affected several other countries are bound to get affected too, even might they be on the other end of the globe. Amounts and patterns of precipitations are changing. The total annual power of hurricanes has already increased markedly since 1975. Because their average intensity and average duration have increased also, there has been a high correlation of hurricane power with tropical sea surface temperature. The CO2 concentration in the atmosphere by about 30%. Due to human beings having increased, the increase is proportional to increase in fossil fuel combustion for electricity, generation, transportation, and heating, and also the manufacture of cement emissions. It is predicted that we will soon reach carbon dioxide concentrations that haven't been seen on Earth in the last 50 million years, which is eventually leading to changes in the Earth's average surface temperature, which is really proving fatal to human lives. Increase in ozone levels in the stratosphere over Antarctica are the results of complex chemical processes. The return of the sun at the end of the winter triggers photochemical reactions at the level of the deconstruction of ozone in the stratosphere. As reported over the Arctic, and the gradual development of an annual decline during the 1990s has been observed. The protection of the ozone layer amendments have been issued to eliminate certain CFCs from industrial production. The substantial deconstruction of the ozone in the stratosphere over Antarctica has not seen any other improvement till date. Some of the sea lions, sea urchins, kelp beds, and fish populations appear to have extinct due to the loss of plankton, decrease in population of sea lions, leading orcas to eat too many sea otters, leading to urchin explosion, leading to a loss of various fish populations. Done.